What's up, everybody? Schweezel with Get Better Games here. About to take you into a Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay that I just got. And this game was really just all about having fun, you guys. So, like, really, my big suggestion to everybody would be, like, just go into your games with the mindset that you're gonna just, like, have fun and do well. Alright, so, I start off here. I like to get control of the area that I'm gonna be that I'm like looting really early. So I get like a shotgun, assault rifle, and some shield, which for me is pretty much ideal. Uh, and then I have some materials, and I knew some guys. I knew two people landed over there. I figured one of them probably killed one of the other ones, which seems to be correct. So I'm running over here right now, just kind of looking for this guy, because I'm just trying to take control of this area. If you notice that I left all the items like in the house. I As soon as I had what I needed to fight, I left. Um and right here I figure I'm starting to get on this guy's trail. I see the chest looted. I hear him smacking some stuff, but it can be kind of weird, the directionals and like sound in this game. You can't really tell when people are above you, like how far above you they are. It's You can kind of just tell that they're not on the same level as you. This guy doesn't really understand what's going on, so I just sort of clean him up with the shotgun, use my right hand advantage right there to kind of hide myself behind that post that I'm looking at, and like not fully peek him so that I don't take too much damage. Because it's one thing to win fights, it's another thing to win fights and take the least amount of damage possible. And that's what a lot of these like really top tier players are starting to realize, guys, is like you since you only get one life, it is very important not to only win your fights, but to not take damage that you don't have to take. And so I hear this going on. For some reason, I didn't see that guy hanging out in the bush. I guess I just like looked over there too fast. But I hear something happening on that other side of the mountain, so I know that I should probably head over there soon. I'm gonna be using the circle, as you guys can see right here. I'm like just south of where the circle is gonna come in, so I'm gonna use the fact that I'm in between a bunch of people and the circle to sort of clean up some kills and get some extra loot here. And I kind of just assume one thing you can really look at, everybody, is the kill feed. So I see this guy. I see him fall, and I'm like, okay. So I get a little bit closer, notice he's coming back to his ramps, and he like doesn't see me, so I just take him out with some deagle shots. That's why I like the Desert Eagle, you guys. It's really strong, and if he would have had shield, I probably would have tried to get closer, even though he wasn't a very good builder, um, before like taking him out. But he didn't have any shield. Oop, sorry guys, I'm actually 1 second gonna gotta turn damage effects on. Forgot to do that. All right, so same thing. I figure that that guy was not part of whatever's going on over here. He was doing the same thing as me, trying to figure out what was happening over here. He wasn't part of that fight. The sound was too far away for him to be part of that fight. Also, the weapons I picked up off of him was like a shotgun. Like he just didn't have um the the guns that we heard being used. And like clues like that is really important. It's deductive, is sort of what that line of reasoning is referred to as, you guys. Deductive reasoning and like the ability to reason well can help you out so much in games and in like really in other things in like life and stuff. It's really just a useful skill to have, but you can really practice it here. It's really interesting how in video games and games in general you can really practice stuff like that. So anyway, I feel like there's someone here. So I'm looking for him, but then again, like I start hearing all these chests, so I'm like, all right, maybe whoever I thought was here kind of isn't. So I'm pretty sure I messed up here. I think I actually destroy a chest, which wasn't smart, but whatever. I got the other one right here. I don't land here enough to know exactly where those two chests are. I just know there's two chests up there. And I'm about to pick up the jetpack, and actually, I think this gameplay is a pretty good showcase of why I don't like the jetpack, and am really a big fan of the fact that it's just a temporary item, because I think it can sort of negate um, building. And right now, I'm pretty sure that at this point in the game, in my inventory, I have some C4. And the combination of I'm wielding like dual shotguns and some C4 and a jetpack, I can basically negate anyone's building by just flying up to them, throwing a thing of C4 on the top layer of their base, destroying it, and then just double shotgunning them. Like it's sort of ridiculous that this game is based around building, and then they introduce something that like is just not with the idea, even like it just negates building, which I guess I'm not like totally averse to, but it's like C4 itself isn't enough. why do we need why do we need more than something like that? But it's whatever, because it's temporary, so that's cool. Like you guys are seeing, I see this little like ramp up here, so I'm wondering if somebody was over here, and I'm really like looking to see where some like if I can find whoever this is, and I think I see him. Boom, I see him right there on the road. And as you guys can sort of see from me having the player outline enabled, as I'm approaching him, I'm like using things like trees and stuff like that to put myself in a position to where if he moves out from the other side of the tree, I can see him, and if he doesn't, then I can't. I don't know what that guy was doing. I feel like he was auto walking or something, and that guy was AFK because he was moving just slightly. It was, I don't know, it was weird. But anyway, like I said earlier, like as you guys noticed, I just came in with the storm right there, and that was pretty much like planned. I was hanging out on the edge trying to get some elims. At this point, what do we got? At this point, we got 3, so we're not the top fragger in this match right now, but I think we will be shortly, because it's not that far into it yet. So I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit, because I end up like running along over here, running, and then I hear uh some guys fighting over here to my left as I'm trying to make my way into the next circle. Okay. See, bam. So I hear them. I hear these guys, and I see one of them. I see one of them running around. This dude that's outlined in yellow is the guy that I saw, and I figure that that he's moving into the circle, so that someone else has to like sort of chase him. So I figure that he probably is not aware of me, but then I see this guy, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna grab this guy real quick, because the other dude seems to just want to get away. And again, it's like context clues. I'm just deducing that he's running away. So like right now, before like this dude's just looting. Okay, so he like stopping moving is a death sentence. My weapon is 100% accurate when he stops moving, and like he's crouching and stuff like that. That's really not good. He finally builds himself in, but I'm about to show you guys what I mean by like the C4. I don't even think I use the jetpack in here, but the C4 is just great. Like watch this. I just throw one thing of C4. That buff C4 is great. If you guys didn't know, they patched the C4 recently to have a bigger explosive radius, meaning one C4 is going to be It's only as strong as it was before, but it's going to knock down more tiles. It's going to have a greater chance of hitting someone. I noticed the storm's coming in, so I leave that guy's loot, but I'm looking on my map right here, like in game, and I see that it's about like 100 meters in, and I had like a minute to go when I saw that it was 100 meters, and I just happen to know from my time playing the game that like if I make a mostly direct line sprint, I can cross 100 meters in less than a minute. And if you guys didn't know, 100 meters is one of these squares on the map. You can't really see it here because of how the replay map is, but one of these square tile things is 100 meters. And when you're using things like sniper rifles, those big hash marks on the reticle are 100 meters and the small one are 50, and that's how you know how high you have to aim your sniper rifle. So this guy clearly has the better position here of the two, and that's why I go after him. He gives me the really easy double shotgun, and he didn't protect his build, as you guys noticed right there. Also, if you see, I gave myself the natural cover from this guy on the left. I'm looking right here. I shoot out that tile because I just figure um, that if I shoot out that tile and he's behind the other one, he's gonna freak out and start moving. So I don't see him move out from the other one, so I figure he's already moved. That's why I make a move right here to the top of this hill, and then I look down. Sure enough, he's right there at this tree. This wasn't like the smartest thing I've ever done. I probably should have built first, but I was really confident because right here I have this C4. I have the jetpack. Like I got in game. It showed that I did 70 damage right there with the C4. So that's why I was shooting at that tile. I don't know if that was some sort of visual glitch or if C4 hurts people through walls. Um or like what kind of interaction that was, but yeah, that's why I did what I did right there. I thought he was playing some kind of shell game on me. So at this point, you guys, I had if like I'm pulling up the map right now to see I have 60 limbs, and we're at 7 people left in the game. So I figure that all right, there's 7 people left in the game. I have 6 limbs. There's probably only like one other person in the game that's as good as me right now. And sure enough, that I pull up, and that's exactly what it looks like. Is like everyone else has sort of been hiding or just like running and looting all game, and it's like me and another guy have a decent amount of elims here. Um, so I'm about to get up to the top of this hill because I figure that if there is somebody like that, they're gonna do that. And it's like you want to be the hunter. You want to be hunting the hunters of this game, so that at the end, the only thing to take out is players that are not as good as you are. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I mean by that as we get further into this gameplay. But so I look down and I see that cap built right there, and I feel like someone might be hiding in there. Um, but I don't want to give away my position by firing at it because I have a prime position right now. This is probably the best position in the game right now. If we look at the map, yeah, there's only 2 hills left, so it's like and there. So it looks like 3 players are in Pleasant Park, which is like honestly in this circle is really bad positioning. And then me and one other guy are on these hills. So and I see that no one's on my hill, and I'm listening to make sure that no one's building up on me either. So I'm watching this cap and I'm watching the other hill at the same time, so that I know if there's like a guy over there looking at me. I don't know he's over there at this point, but I can assume that a good player is gonna be over there. And actually, I'm pretty sure I just saw his head poke out on my screen right there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm being yeah. I think I'm being crazy right now. Anyway, circle shrinks, and I'm like, oh man, this is a really bad circle because we're all gonna have to go into Pleasant Park. This is kind of just gonna be a shit show. But I remember that I have the positioning. I have one of the best positions in the game, and also relative to the guy on the other hill, if someone's there, I have to move less distance. So I'm going to use that to my advantage right here, especially as players start dropping. I'm taking a look at the players left and noticing that people are fighting each other because the amount of players just dropped, and I can also hear this happening. So that's why I'm making my move right now, and I kind of stay on this hill to make sure that I'm getting better position than anyone. I'm trying to figure out who in this fight has the best positioning so that I can take them out or just let them take each other out. I floor right there in case I'm gonna take fall damage because I don't want to give myself away with this super loud jetpack yet. And same thing right here, like I'm building over them so that I can use the jetpack as like a floaty thing. This one guy jumps down and is running away. I figure he's really low, so I just shoot him, and sure enough, he was one tap. Um, this guy, I did not see him when I was building. I was a little preoccupied, so like I see that he's left once I get to this point. And then again, deductive reasoning right here, you guys. I see that the door is open, so he's probably gone out and is under this pavilion if I can't see him out here. So I just whip out my shotgun. Sure enough, he's right here. I take out, after a few shotgun shots, I hit him a couple times and I'm like, I'm being silly. I just take out the assault rifle and spray him to finish him up. And then as we get into the top three, let's take a look here. I got 8 elims and the other two are 3 and 2. So I was absolutely right about trying to like hunt people down and stuff like that because these other two players are obviously like not playing very aggressive. Like I just took out it was obvious to me in game because those were the only people that have been making noise for the last like 5 minutes that I just took out the most aggressive players left in the game. So now I just really have to worry about people who are like camping and stuff like that, and that's why I'm making my way to this high ground right here. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of natural high ground. I can't see this player over here. He's hiding. I figure he's probably there, but I'm gonna take this position before I start fighting him. It's always, especially in late game, it's a really good idea just like take your position and build first. And again, they're not being aggressive, so I decided to use metal because metal takes it starts with the lowest HP, but it builds to the highest. It just takes the longest time to build up to it. But these guys aren't being aggressive, and they're not. It's obvious they don't want to give away their positions, so that's why I build with metal right here. And you'll notice that I switch to wood once it gets into sort of more direct PvP. Okay, so I see this guy is building fresh brick right here. And then this other guy I know is probably hiding on the other side of me. I had never used this item before. This was very strange because I started playing this game just after that item came out, so it was very like weird to me. But anyway, he hits me once. I was like, did that guy notice me? Yeah. So he hits me once and I start fording up, and like I said, I switch to wood. You guys will notice I actually like put some wood around, and then I started building with stronger materials so that he had to knock down the wood in order to even damage my foundation. Basically had like backed up and had like a mini shield around my base. I put this campfire down right here because I figure there's not going to be another time to, and why not just like get some heals up while I'm fighting this guy. So if you guys can hear the audio cues right there, I know that I hit this guy once, and I can see that he's moving into like the corner, and if he's only building with brick, I don't know if that's because he's low on wood or what, but it's really easy to shoot out fresh built brick, so I know that I'm going to be able to pressure this guy really easy if he tries to make a move on me building with brick. And this guy I know is probably over here, but has not made a move. So what I'm doing is trying to find this other dude right now. And honestly, the jetpack is giving me like the ability to do half of what I'm doing because I'm just building to an insanely like unreasonable height above these guys and don't have to worry about falling. I can just negate any real fall damage that I'm going to take. I build those barriers to stop if this to like stop because if this guy was smart right now and he heard me fighting this other dude, he would be poking out and trying to pressure me because I have the best positioning in the game right now. So I end up cleaning up that guy and I'm like, wow, this is going to be really easy because the circle is getting super small and it's going to be easy to sort of process of elimination figure out where this guy is. So don't be afraid, you guys, to like take it slow in the late game. And by that, I don't mean to just not be aggressive, because right here, I'm being aggressive in my own way. I'm building out and taking better and better position, and I'm eliminating possibilities of where this guy could be. I'm guessing that he's hiding in that house because people just do that. The bottom door is closed. I figure this guy's probably hiding in this house. So I edit my way down to sort of maybe like take him at a surprise angle. And I think I start shooting the house from my 1x1 here. And I'm actually just going to bring this up. I'm looking at these side forts. I start shooting at him. I figured if that guy, like, I figure he's playing so panicked that if he was in where I just shot, he would have tried to make a move out towards like the next circle, because obviously that's not in the circle. But he was smart enough to not give his position away, and he has his hunting rifle out, as you guys can see. And this is what I'm trying to avoid, like when I'm building like this, and when I'm just shooting like a few shots at a time and hovering and not taking like predictable pathing. I'm trying to avoid, if this guy has a hunting rifle or a sniper rifle, getting one shotted. And so I don't see him crouching by this fence yet, and I still think that he's in this house, because I'm like, this is the one. He managed to luckily just abuse the line of sight and move to where I couldn't see him, but I still have better position. It's like, so I just start knocking out tiles on this house, and I realize he can't be behind me right now, really. So I start, because the circle is to my back, so I conserve some wood by just building up like this. And then I realize, once I fort up totally, because I'm like, he could be on my left, and I don't want him to try to push from there. Sure enough, bam, he tries to push from there. I get a little bit of a tag on him. He is panicking. He's big time panicking down there, and I can tell because he's not making any kind of move. Um, right now he should be building, but he's not. He's just trying to get a good shot on me, and he should notice at this point that I'm a good player. I'm not gonna let him get a good shot. I notice right here that he's gonna take out my tile, so I just whip out the shotgun for right when I fall to hit him in the face. And that's it for this one, guys. I ended up with 10 elims in the end. Um, I hope you guys like learned something from this. I hope you guys gained a hatred of the jetpack from this, just like I have, because no, I'm just messing around. But I'll be glad when they finally take it out. But yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot here about how, like, sort of how to approach fights, abuse the lines of sight and stuff like that, and really pacing the game in the end game. Just remember, like any sports team that you see and stuff like that, if they have the advantage at the end of the game, they're controlling the pace of the game, and that's what I did right there. That's sort of the message that you should take away from the end of this game. Don't get overexcited and try to just rush in for the win. The win will come if you just settle down and play smart. Um, Thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I had a lot of fun doing this commentary. Go ahead and check us out on Twitter or Twitch as well. We have been doing some live streams recently, and all that info is going to be down in the video description, as well as the Discord link. If you guys want to join and talk, I'm always down to talk about getting better at games. This has been Schweezel for Get Better Games. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Until next time, peace out.